confirming the news and control. Jerry, all you. Over.
All right, Bob, you're fading fast there, but enjoy the day, and thanks for all you do for the net. 7-3. Take it away. And good morning, ECARS. K1WTS is the call. Name is Jerry. I'm located in Turner, Maine. I'm an ECARS lifetime member, 1946. ECARS is an open and friendly mobile service that and is here 7 days a week. You don't have to be a member. Anyone and everyone is welcome. If you'd like membership information or would like other details about the net, do check us out on the web at ECARS7255.com. And this reminder that on check-in, if you are mobile, URB or affordable, let us know. We'll put you at the top of the list. And this first check-in, this first call-up rather, will be for mobiles and mobile only. Anyone that can check with ECARS, we look for mobile check-in. And relays on mobile check-in. All right, we'll move right on to a general call-up. Anyone that can check with ECARS, we'll look for check-ins anyone, anywhere.
Kilo 1, Charlie 1, Mike, Romeo.
November 2, Zulu Golf, November.
Romeo Echo Sierra.
Bravo Uniform Radio.
All right, next little story there. We got Beantown Ray, we got Jerry, we got Romeo Echo Sierra, and Bravo Uniform Radio. Anyone else?
Sheila 3, Juliet Tango Alpha.
All right, Juliet Tango Alpha, we got you down. Let's go with the five we have. Jason Mortimer, Beantown Ray, good morning.
Good morning indeed. I'm sure you know the weather's like because you're in it as well. But anyway, Jerry, how you doing, buddy? Go ahead.
We're doing just fine. We've got a similar day up here. We had a chilly morning there, 43 this morning, 38 yesterday. I think fall is front there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. It's funny when we're calling for people to talk to. You're a 9 and now you're a 7. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, nice to talk to you this morning. And it's about 5-9, and sunshine is shining, and I'm loving it. Go ahead.
Roger that. We've got a nice stretch of weather as we get a little bit of rain out of the way, which we definitely need. We got a couple of 3 days of showers, and back to some nice weather there, Roger.
Yeah, I know. We could use some rain as well, and it doesn't look like we're going to get it for a while. All right, anyway, Jerry, you take care. Enjoy the day. Good morning. KC1MR, Beantown Ray. Cheers.
All right, Ray. Well, thanks a lot for the check. You know, it's a pleasure to hear you. Answers it yet, Jerry. You're up, and Ron, stand by.
Oh, good morning, Jerry. It's N2ZGN, and right now we're, scattered overcast with large breaks. 56 degrees going up to around 78 today. And we've got rain moving in already. We're supposed to have thunderstorms this afternoon and tonight and tomorrow. So I may not be available tonight for anything. And to ZGN, back to net.
All right, well, we'll find someone to run the net, but hopefully you get that rate. I'm sure you can use it too. And if you can't, send it my way, Roger.
Well, it is moving your way, so you should see it probably tomorrow, I would think.
That's the forecast. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. All right, Jerry, hopefully we'll get you this evening. Ron, our guest, good morning.
Good morning, Jerry. This is W2RS in beautiful South Jersey. And just for the record, I haven't said this for a while. It's ECARS number 20764. All righty. Well, we're going to have a nice day here. It's 60 degrees, going up to 78. It's going to be nice and sunny today once this clouds, a little bit of clouds clear out, and going to have a nice day. We got a lot of grass seed down. We're getting grass seed and new trees and keeping them watered, and it looks like we're going to make it into the fall. looking forward to the fall. I really love fall weather. We had Cheryl turned 80 on Saturday. She caught up with me. I would turn 80 in July, so she caught up with me Saturday, and we had a nice little family gathering. Our granddaughter couldn't make it down from Penn State. She's a sophomore at Penn State in nuclear engineering and had too much to do with studying. And she's also been hired to mentor a study group for freshman physics. So she's kind of leading a group of freshmen in learning physics, and which is really good. She's good. She's a 4.0 student. She gets all the top grades in math, physics, and all those. So she's really a lot to be proud of. Anyway, it's going to be a nice day here, but back to you, Jerry, to Victoria.
Right on the tutoring physics there. That was one of my favorite subjects in high school. I really did like that string. Well, go figure, but I was definitely a science kind of guy, less of a liberal arts kind of guy. Well, anyway, thanks a lot for the check-in, Ron. The pleasure was mine.
7-3, Jerry. See you next week. Victoria. Clear.
All right, Bravo Uniform Radio. You're up. Jim, stand by.
All right, good morning, Jerry. All the stations that are on the air this morning. This is K2BUR, Kilo 2 Bravo Uniform Radio. Tony, Tango, Ocean, November, Yankee, Madison Heights, Virginia, Jerry. Good to hear you and the rest of the guys. Pretty nice day. It's currently 64, supposed to go up in the 80-degree range, but it sure looks like rain to me. I think it's supposed to rain the next couple of days anyway. We could use the rain. It's kind of dry. Ticket number is 20444, Jerry. Thanks for getting me in, and have a great day. K2BUR. Back to you, Jerry.
All right, 20444. We got you down, Tony. Enjoy that rain, because I'm sure you can use it. Thanks for the check-in. The pleasure was mine. 7-3. All right, last on the list before we have another call up, K3JTA. Jim, good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. ECARS, Kilo 3, Juliet, Tango Alpha. And hello to Jerry, WTX. Hello, Jerry, Golf Zulu November. Heard Ron in there. And signals are really strong. Ray, yours was almost 40 over. And Tony, yours as well, very strong. And I always, when I hear your call KCBUR, I think of Boston, the public radio station up there. So we got Ray from Boston too. So good morning, everybody. You have a good day. Thanks for doing the net there, Jerry, on a Monday morning. K3JTN.
All right, Jim. Always a pleasure to hear you when you come in on a Monday, and enjoy the rest of the week. All right, K1WTX is the call. We're looking for further check-ins, free cars, anyone, anywhere.
November 1, Foxtrot, Golf, November.
Hey, what? Hey, what? All right, that was quite a flurry. I think I missed a couple, but I got Mike Alpha Delta, and she was Honey. Now, who did I miss?
November 1, Foxtrot, Golf, November.
All right, Leroy, we got you down, and I know there was another in there. Who was the other? Maybe I'm hearing double this morning. All right, N1NPN. Leroy, good morning.
Good morning, Jerry. This is Leroy in West Suffield, Connecticut, 18 to 14 on the roster for life. And we have 51 degrees and sunny over here in West Suffield, Connecticut. And you're a good 5'9 plus, Jerry, over.
Sounds good. I think the man's in good shape this morning. Hope it stays that way.
Yeah, QSL, Jerry. Anyway, thanks for picking me up there, and you have a good day, okay?
All right, Leroy, you do the same. Always a pleasure. 7-3. Station in Mike Alpha Delta. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Jerry. Whiskey Alpha 1, Mike Alpha Delta, my constituent, 10126. And I'll be doing this job tomorrow morning. I am it'll be 2 times in 2 weeks, so that's pretty good. Give me some chance to practice. And I hear Tea with Honey is right after me, and I was just over his place last week, and I'm going to go over and see how your old radio, new to Jeff, is working today. He returned my G90, so he seems to be happy and things are working, so I'll go over and see how he's making out. But nothing else here needed, nothing else necessary. It's also 58 degrees here, and we're hoping to have a nice day, and I need to get myself in here to get going for the day. So 7-3 again, Jerry, thanks for running the net, and I'll send it back to you from WA1 MAD. Thanks.
All right, Mike. Well, always a pleasure to hear you. Thanks a lot for your check-in. Great. All right, even Honey, you're up, and then we'll have another caller.
All right. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Jerry. And morning to NND Mike and Leroy. Leroy, you're coming in well here in South Massachusetts. Running the ICOM 7200 this morning out on the porch, 75 feet of wire, visibly strung from the edge of another house switch range. That's the deal. And you're coming in well. We've got the same message that Mike had and Ray had there, KC1MR. It's nice to hear the network switch, and we'll take it. You have a great morning at Turner, Maine, and I'll go back into the woodwork here. It's good to hear everybody's voice. A1WTX, A1C with us.
All right, well, thanks a lot for the check. You know, it's a pleasure to hear you when we do on Monday, 7-3. All right, A1WTX is the call. I'm looking for the check-in screen cards. Anyone is where?
November 1 Delta Hotel.
All right, Mike, we've got you down. There was another station moving the other. Is there another station checking in the ECARS?
Trying again, yeah.
And November 1 Delta Hotel.
All right, November 1 Delta Hotel. Thanks. Off the other station there. 81GL Mike, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I think this is the first time that I have talked to you. I think it's Kilo Bravo 1 Golf Uniform. My name is Dan, Delta Alpha November, ECARS 10206, and I'm in Middleborough, Massachusetts. Thought I'd keep the Massachusetts check-ins going here. Good to hear Mike and Tom and everybody here this morning, but a little bit tough getting you into the receiver here in Middleborough, but you're coming in quite nicely into the SDR up in Vermont. Back to net, this is N1DH. Did I double?
All right, Mike. Well, you're at the age where you go to sleep rested. You get up in the morning like you got in a fight during the night. And those mornings too. But anyway, hopefully it'll get better. And hopefully we'll get you this evening on 7-5. Mike, thanks for the check-in. Pleasure was mine. All right, November 1 Delta Hotel, Dan. You were doubling with Mike there, but I managed to pull both of you out. Come on in.
Yeah, thanks. My apologies there. My fault entirely. But anyway, good to hear you. I think that the net control is Kilo Bravo 1 Golf Uniform. You correct me there. And my name is Dan, and I'm in Middleborough, Massachusetts. So I'll copy back to net. This is N1DH.
Well, Dan, I got a great copy on you up here in Southwestern Maine. Actually, this is Kilo 1 Whiskey Tango X-Ray. Name is Jerry.
Okay, there we go. Was it Kilo? Yeah, Kilo 1 Whiskey Tango X-Ray. I guess I must have got an earlier check-in and thought it was you. But then again, I'm pretty discombobulated this morning. My brain is somehow or another during the night's sleep got itself rearranged and it's now backwards. But it'll come around. Don't worry. Thanks for letting me into the net, and we'll say hello to Mike and Tom and whoever got my old FT991. Good morning to him. Hopefully it's working well. Back to net. This is N1DH.
All right, Dan. Well, thanks for the check-in. The place to be by 7-3. All right, we are top the hour.
7-3.
If anybody out there that has scheduled contact made, let me know the check-in. Otherwise, we're looking for the check-in for ECARS. Anyone for ECARS, call now. Check-ins, anyone free cars, K1WX for call.
KB10WO.
Boy, talk about a blast from the past. Almost fell out of my chair. Good morning, Larry. Anyone else free cars? Larry, good morning. Long time no hear.
Good morning, Jerry. Certainly do not want you followed out. Just a second. I got to retool here. Just a minute. My goodness, I didn't realize I was that far. Is that any better now, Jerry?
You were loud and proud before, but I don't hear any difference, Larry.
Oh, okay, then. Well, as I was about to say, don't want you falling out of your chair there, Jerry. At your age, you could break most anything. But, hey, good morning to you. First time I've heard you, and oh my gosh, well, on ECARS for Been a while. I've sat in a few Mondays, and the band has been crap. But hearing you loud and proud today, you're about S9, maybe 10 over, and you're sounding good. And I'm imagining that you could pretty much got the same weather as I have here. It's cloudy. Well, not cloudy. It's foggy, overcast. It's just kind of a dull day. But that's okay. I got nothing else better to do anyway.
Roger that. Well, actually, we've had scattered clouds here. We had no fog, but it's cool. We were 43 this morning. I'm about 51 right now. But we got the rain coming. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, Roger.
Yeah, you and everybody else on the East Coast, I think. Holy cow, it's been a dry spell here. Beginning of the summer there, we were griping about how much rain we're getting. Now we could use a little bit of it. Oh well, somewhere along the line it will all even out.
Well, we certainly hope so, Larry. Well, anyway, awful great hearing from you. We should come in and join us sometime on 75, but, well, when you can, you can. And hope to hear from you soon, Larry. Thanks for the check-in. The pleasure was indeed mine. 7-3.
Oh, no, the pleasure was mine. All on this end, Jerry, and thank you very much for picking me up. You have a good day now. KB1OWO.
All right, 7-3, Larry. K1WTX is the call. Looking for check-in 3 cars. Check-ins, anyone 3 cars, K1WTX is listening. Check-ins, anyone for ECARS, K1WTX is listening. in, anyone for ECARS, K1WTX is listening. K1 for ECARS, call now. Check-in, anyone for ECARS, K1WTX, this is the call. K1 pre-call, ECARS, K1WTX is listening.
Bravo Delta 2, Oscar Alpha Mike.
KD2OAM. John, good morning.
Good morning, Jerry. K1WTX, KD2OAM here, John in Oakfield, New York, in Western New York, and thanks for bringing me on this morning. And yeah, we're a little bit on the cloudy side right now. We have 69 degrees. We have, like I said, cloudy skies, 29.98 on the old barometer, steady, and 85% humidity with a 1 mile an hour southwesterly breeze. Going to get up to about 78 today, but that's better than yesterday. Yesterday we got up to 87, almost 88. It was kind of hot and humid yesterday. So, but today it's going to be cooler. We had a little bit of rain this morning, not much, but I'm expecting some more this week, hopefully. We need it badly. Back to you, Jerry. K1WTX, KD2OAM.
All right, John. That temperature you had yesterday was way too hot for this time of the year. And yesterday we haven't had anything like that. I think we hit 71 yesterday. Headed for that today. And they're promising showers tomorrow and into Thursday morning, I guess. Nothing to write home about, but any rain will be helpful there, Roger.
Oh, I agree with you. We need all we can get. We only got 800 this morning. Nothing yesterday, even though we had thunder and lightning storms go through the area last evening, but nothing, no rain fell. So I'm hoping we get a bunch more. Like you, though, I don't see we'll get a lot, but we might get some.
So my last measurable precip was on September the 1st, actually. We had nothing but drids and drats and nothing to measure.
Yeah, it's about the same here, too. In fact, we've had nothing in the last 7-8 days at all, so, or maybe longer, I'd have to look. But yeah, that's just the way it is. So, yeah, we'll probably talk to you tonight. Hopefully I'll be on tonight, and tomorrow night I'll be running it, so on the Northeast Crackable Net. So you take care, have a good shift, and good day, Jerry.
All right, well, thanks for the check-in, John, and you were just positively booming this morning. Hope to catch you this evening. 7-3.
7-3, sir.
November Alpha 1 X-ray.
November Alpha 1 X-ray. Anyone else?
Kilo Charlie 2 Alpha Kilo.
Hi, Alpha Kilo. Anyone else? All right, we got two here. Joe, how are things down in Agawam?
Well, good morning, Jerry. I was looking at the noise level, and it's really low. It's about an S5. I can't get over that. Usually it's at least a 7 or an 8 here. But very nice, and your signal is about 10, 15, sometimes 20 over 9. Call here is NA1X. The name is Joe, and I'm located in Agawam, Massachusetts. I have an ECARS number of 10099, and at the moment, it is 53 degrees. Back to you, Jerry.
Contact.
Go ahead.
Oh, this is Leroy. Jerry, I wanted to call Joe there, NA1X. Good morning, Joe.
Morning, Leroy. It's good to hear your voice.
Roger that. Yeah, I've been getting up late, so that's why I haven't been on the radio. Over.
Now I understand. Well, you can get in line for to talk to Jerry in a couple minutes.
Okay. Back to net there. Take care.
All right, guys. Glad you made the contact. Well, anyway, Joe, always a pleasure to hear you on Monday morning. And thanks for the check-in. The pleasure was mine. Enjoy the day.
You too. 7-3. This is NA1X. I'll be clear and listening.
All right, KC2 Alpha Kilo. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jerry. Full call, Kilo Charlie 2 Alpha Kilo. My name is John. CTA Troy, New York, near Albany, New York, capital region of New York State. No traffic for net. ECARS flight time 20815. Beautiful crisp morning here in the high 50s, and looks like slightly overcast. Expecting some rain tomorrow. Sounds like the same weather you guys are having tomorrow afternoon, and hopefully because my grass is about as dry as it's been in quite a few years. Just running 15 watts with my FvidX FDR radio. Kilo Charlie 2 Alpha Kilo, over.
John, that 15 watts is just astounding this morning. You got good audio too, but you're a good 5 or 9 here in southwestern Maine. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, Gary. It's in the antenna. I've got although I'm only running 15 watts, I've got a beautiful doublet fed with ladder line using my Nye Viking, my old Nye Viking transmat, and it's up about 45 feet or so. So it's a real good antenna. And so it just proves what the old timer said, all in the end. You know, it's in the antenna, a lot of it. You know, you can get out with just about anything if you have a good antenna, which is it's kind of fun to do. You know, go low power and see if you can get a signal through. Nice to hear you on this morning, and I'll be on the side listening. Kilo Charlie 2 Alpha Kilo.
All right, John. Well, great signal, and you've got a great antenna there. Sounds good with 15 watts. 7-3, thanks for the check-in. Pleasure to mine. Anyone that checks this to go, we look for checkers for ECARS on anywhere.
Kilowatt Echo, Nancy Hotel.
Nancy Hotel, come on aboard.
Well, thank you, Jerry. Kilowatt Echo, Nancy Hotel. Right now it's on 70 degrees. I think we're going to be getting the rain from here pretty soon, but what can you do, huh? You're 5'9", about 5 over, a nice signal. My number is 21295. Go ahead, Jerry, please.
All right, well, always a pleasure to hear you on Monday. And watch on the rain coming in, but you can't use it. I'm sure you can. Whatever you can't use, send it my way because we are dry. And then in Maine will treat them first of the month.
Okay, well, thank you, Jerry. It's 73. Good to talk to you again.
All right, 73. Thanks for the check-in. My pleasure. Any other check-ins for ECARS? Call now.
Papa Foxtrot Sierra.
Whiskey 1, Papa Foxtrot Sierra, good morning.
Well, good morning, Jerry, you old mountain goat, you. How you been? I haven't talked to you for quite some time. It's Paul in Clinton.
Oh, Paul in Clinton. Well, good morning to you. It has been a while.
Yep. And for the record, ECARS number I got here is 10052. How's things going, Jerry? You doing a good job today?
Well, things are just fine, Paul. We've got just a few scattered clouds this morning. Headed up to around 71. And a low overnight of 43. It's typical late September weather, and I'm loving it.
Yep, me too. Hey, how's this radio sounding over there, Jerry? I just I retired the Flex 5000, and I spun right around and picked up the 7300, and I'm kicking the L4B, hitting you with about 500 or 600 watts. How's it doing?
Well, you're 20 over 9, and the audio sounds just fine.
Very good. Okay, that's good. You're hitting me with about 10 over 9 yourself. And where are you QTH again? I forget.
I'm in Turner, Maine, about 10 miles north of Lewis and Auburn.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds good. You're doing a good job. What, do you want till 10-ish?
I am indeed on until then. I'm working 45 to 10.
Okay, all right. Okay, just wanted to check in with you and see how things are going, Jerry. You're doing a real fine job. Appreciate what you're doing. I'll say 73s to you and your family and anyone else on the net that can hear me. So this is Whiskey 1, Papa Foxtrot Sierra, Clinton, Massachusetts.
All right, Paul. Well, thanks a lot for the check-in. The pleasure was mine. 7-3. Check-ins, anyone for ECARS, K1WZ, just listening.
November 2, Mike Sierra.
November 2, Mike Sierra, good morning.
Good morning. Today's here is Mike Kilo Echo, ECH Leonardo. Also, you are about a 5x6 to a 5x7. Mike Sierra.
Mike, I've got you at about S6, S7. Audio is fine, but about S6, S7 there, Roger.
Okay, very good there. You're just checking out the wheel. Temperatures are about 66 degrees here. Cloudy. I wish it was sunny. I made you some sort of an operating if the sun comes on. Anyway, you take care and have a good week. November 2, Mike Sierra.
All right, well, enjoy the portable operation. Sounded pretty good here in Southwest Pennsylvania. 7-3. Jet is listening. Jet is the call. Looking to check in 3 cars.
Kilo Delta 2, Bravo Mike Delta.
Hey, Bravo Mike Delta, I believe it was. Good morning.
Good morning. So, located in, I was living in Rochester, New York, if you look at my call sign, but my mother passed away a month and a half ago, so I moved out to my cousin out here in a small town called Brockport, New York. It's about 45 minutes east of Rochester. So, we had a little rainy day. It's thunderstorms this morning at 3 o'clock, kind of woke me up, so, and I still had some more thunderstorms later on, so. Temperature, I don't know what it is. Close to maybe 60, maybe, something like that. So just getting stuff organized here in the room. We're running ICOM 7300 with a vertical and kind of offset 40 meters of 6. It's only up to about 10 feet, but all the guys on the nuts and other contact on board meters said I'm doing all right for that low height there. Over.
All right, well, good signal in southwestern Maine, 7300. And nice pop shot this morning. It has rain if we get it. That's fine way because I really need it.
Yeah, your signal is about a 5.8, 5.6, 5.7, somewhere around there. So, okay. Where are you located?
I'm located in southwestern Maine, about 40 miles north of Florence, Roger.
Oh, okay, Maine. Cool, that's cool. Okay, cool.
All right, well, 73, thanks for checking in. The pleasure was mine.
All right, 70. Yep. Have a good rest of the morning there, and the rest of the afternoon there. 73s, KD2VD, that's in there.
K1WTX, K1PAI.
K1PAI, well, Roger, good morning.
Good morning. Monday morning, I said I got to come down and say hello to Jerry. Nice sunny day down here, a low of 46. It's now 58. And I understand Gunkwood was a little warmer. My sister and brother-in-law are staying up there. ECARS 1375 for life. I have no traffic to the net. K1WTX, K1PAI.
All right, well, they did not really as cool as we did down along the coast this morning, but we hit 43. But we were 38 yesterday, so there is a warming trend. But Roger, I'm more interested in the supposed rain that's coming.
Well, there's rain in the forecast Tuesday through Sunday, so we'll see what happens. We really need it.
Yep, we do too. No measurable precip for me the first of the month. A lot of that came over before. 1.30 inches. That's been it. But we had dry, really need it. Go ahead.
Well, we had rain for 3 days, 3.2 inches. Other than that, it's all been zeros.
Well, that's a lot more than we've had. Anyway, Roger, nice to hear you. Hopefully we'll hear you on 75 thanks. 73, thanks for the check-in. The pleasure was mine.
K1WTX and ECARS, K1PAI clear.
Anyone else? 3 cars, K1WTX is listening.
text is a call. Listening for check-ins for ECARS. Anyone for ECARS, call now. Check-ins, anyone for ECARS. K1WTX is listening. check-ins and one checking three cars fall down. K1 WTX reporting.
K1WTX is the call. WA4THR from K1WTX.
Good morning, Jerry. K1WTX, WA4THR. How was your shift?
Good morning, Vic. Well, I had 19 check-ins. Bob had 30. The band is very nice this morning, probably east-wise. Not a lot of people around here since 9:30, Roger.
Yeah, I actually don't see very many signals, and they're kind of weak, but we'll see what happens. The band's been interesting lately, and I hope you have a good day, Jerry.
All right, well, thank you. We've got some nice weather here, and hopefully some rain on the way for the next couple of 3 days. 736, thanks for your business service.
All right, 73, Jerry. Good morning, everybody. This is Whiskey Alpha 4, Tango Hotel Romeo. My name is Vic, Victor India Charlie, ECARS 4760. I'm located in Bear Gap, Pennsylvania. I'll be your host this hour. First up, though, anybody with a schedule for the top of the hour or priority traffic, please call. Nothing heard. So just to remind you, you're listening to the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, which has been meeting on this frequency since 1968, operating every day of the year, starting up at 7:30 in the morning Eastern Time on weekdays, 8 a.m. on weekends. Net control is changing hourly and closing down at 1:30 in the afternoon. It is a directed net, so you should only be talking to the net control unless that station directs you to somebody else. And we use a list. We get a list of stations, speak to each of those in turn, and then we get another list. So if we miss you on one, please wait till we're thinking the next list, and we'll try to get you then. If you're mobile, portable, or a QRP, let us know that when you check in, and you'll get priority. Go to the top of that list. ECARS is an open service. You do not need to be a member. Everybody's welcome to check in. But if you'd like to find out more about ECARS, what it is, what it does, how to join, take a look at the website at www.ecars7255.com. That's ecars7255.com. And with that all taken care of, we'll start off and look for any mobile, portable, or QRP stations. Any of you, please call.
November 2, Mike Sierra, QRP.
Oh, Mike, not a bad signal today. N2MS, QRP. Good morning.
Good morning, dear Vic. Full day is time of year. On and on, microphone, Thursday, 6. Are you serious? When I went to QRP the other day, which radio was...
Well, that's a good question. It wasn't the Z-BitX. It was either the MicroBitX or the BitX 40. I did use the BitX 40 a bit last week, and then switched over to the MicroBitX. I was actually having fun working Europeans on 15 meters yesterday. The band was up pretty good, and they were often very surprised that I was only running about 5 watts. But yours is sounding very good, Mike. Over.
Okay, very good. One other question. Was that station used in a Texas news on? I have made 67, and that's it.
Yeah, I have an original 857. It was one of the last ones before they went to the D model, which just meant that as they were changing, they lowered the price by like $100 and threw in the DSP encoder that was an option to boot. But it's worked very well, and I've had it in a couple of different cars for 20 years with the ATAS 100 antenna. Now they sell an ATAS 120, I think, which has some improvements. But that's been my setup mobile. That and using a original clear speech speaker that just has an off and on. But that was very necessary for getting rid of fuel pump noise in my first vehicle. Over.
Say
that again?
you had the Jesus Christ issue on your house?
I still didn't quite understand the question. I have, in addition, I've run my BitX 40 in the car, just with a ham stick, in my wife's car. And then, if you were asking about the ZBitX, I've got one, but I haven't used it in the last week. Over.
Question was deeper right on the 857 display. Now, if you have that
Oh, yes. I think that is almost universal. Eventually, they all get that, I think. I did have it. It got bad enough that I got it repaired. At the time, Yesu would repair it, but there was another ham, and I can send you his contact information if you need it, who was doing the same thing for the same price as Yesu, but his turnaround time was like overnight. I mean, you could send it to him, and he would repair it and send it back to you the same week. He's still doing that. My brother-in-law just had his done recently. It's a couple $100, I think, but it did a good job. I haven't had any trouble since. Over.
Okay, very good. So is the Shannon I want to again, you have a good day.
All right. I've made myself a note. I'll try to get to that after the shift, Mike. N2MS, Leonardo, New Jersey. I'll clear with Mike. QRP running a micro BitX. We'll clear with him, and we'll do a general call-up. Anybody, anywhere. Let me know still if you're mobile, portable, or QRP, but anybody, anywhere, please call.
Charlie 1 Mike Romeo.
Juliet Yankee.
Charlie Oscar India.
Kilo 8 Echo Zulu Bravo.
Lima Echo Bravo.
Every time when I'm about to talk, get another one. Okay, KC1 Mike Romeo, Juliet Yankee, Charlie Oscar India, Echo Zulu Bravo, Lima Echo Bravo. Did I miss anybody? And the last shall be first. Echo Papa X-Ray Mobile. All right, we'll go ahead and get you, Byron. Good morning. N1 EPX Mobile, WA4THR.
Okay, thanks. On the border. Will be possibly okay. I got some new settings like that you were telling me about the audio needed a little help, so I'm going to be doing this later today, but it's still on the drive. So anyway, hope to talk to you. Back to you.
Yeah, solid copy, no problem at all. And the audio is good. You know, if you were, if it was a routinely strong signal or rag chewing, you know, it would be perfect. In a car, sometimes where you're down closer to the noise and up and down, you know, pushing it a little hotter, a little brighter on the highs would just improve it. But you're solid copy today, Byron, and it's sounding good. Anything else? Over.
No, that's it. I just, working with the radio here. So far I'm enjoying it. So I'll get used to it, and your help will be out. Thanks so much. Anyway, I'll clear. N1 EPX Global, I'll be clear.
All right, Byron, good copy today. N1 EPX is mobile, excuse me, with a new FTX1, and he's up in Massachusetts around Jamaica Plain. Clear with him. Next up, also in Massachusetts, but in the Beantown region. Good morning, Ray, KC1MR, WA4THR.
Good morning, and it's a beautiful day here today. It's going to be a high of 72, that's always a good high, and you sound good as usual. What a beautiful day it is. The sun's out. Whoa, go ahead.
You know, we've had almost a month of really exceptionally nice weather. Never hotter than maybe 82, never colder. Well, we had a few days it was down in the 40s, but typically 50s at night. Sunshine every day, getting a little dry, but that just meant I didn't have to cut the grass. this week is the Bloomsburg Fair, the largest ag fair in the state of Pennsylvania. And the room, the saying is it always rains during the Bloomsburg Fair, and sure enough, here it is, 67, overcast. Rain is mentioned in the forecast every day from 50% up to 90%. I don't know how they do it. You think they'd move that fair 1 week, plus or minus? Ray, over?
It's amazing. But you're 15 over 9, beautiful signal. As for the rain, I don't know. Boy, I feel bad for him. Go ahead.
Yeah, that can be a muddy mess there. But, the nice thing is it holds the people, the visitors down. They get 500,000 people at that, up to that many. And it's nice. If it's threatening rain, people don't go, and it's a little easier to get around. Ray, have a good one. You're also about 10 over 9. 7-3.
Okay, buddy, you take care. 7-3. KC1MR, Beantown Ray. Cheers.
Cheers, Ray. 7-3. KC1MR, we'll clear with him. Next one up, AB4JY in Virginia. Glenn, good morning.
Good morning, Vic. This is Alpha Baker 4, Juliet Yankee. Glenn in Virginia. Beautiful Bedford, Virginia. Where we've got 68 degrees and the sun is peeping through. And it's dry. Man, it is popcorn dry down here. And they calling for maybe some showers off and on, in and out for the next 3 days. So maybe they're probably the ones that are working their way on up there to your fair. And I know that would be a lot of fun. Beautiful signal this morning. You hit over 5 to 10 over. Really chopping through it. You mentioned DX there. 10 meters is wide open into Europe. I worked Hungarian station, and there's several more in there that have been just with 10 watts you could get them. So anybody interested in a little of that, there it is. Anyway, good to hear you. Hope everything is well. AB4JY.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I was playing around with PSK31 over the weekend. That's sort of a conversational digital mode. Pretty cool stuff. And it shifted into a contest. So running PSK 125, I think it is, or something like that. Anyway, I decided I had the QRP rig hooked up to a different antenna, got on, and I was amazed. You could work all over. I remember one British guy was just flabbergasted that I was only running 5 watts. He said, I can't believe it. That sounds great. And yeah, when those upper frequencies are open, you can work anywhere with anything. Go ahead. Anything else this morning?
No, that'll do it. I've yet to venture into those high-end digital modes. I've done some of it early on, but I'm still just kind of a rag cheer at heart and an antenna builder, and so I'm good just like it is, and it's good to be back on here. Have a great day, though, Vic. AB4JY.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, PSK modes are much like teletype used to be. It's you're sending information back and forth. It's not packaged, where it's just a call sign and stuff and going in cycles. It's fast enough to not put you to sleep while you're waiting for a response, but slow enough that I can keep up almost with typing as long as I'm using the buffers judiciously and stuff. But that's one of my favorite modes, and it used to be extremely popular before FT8. Now it's coming back, though. Folks are getting tired of just call sign, signal report, and grid square, and I see more and more people back on PSK31. Kind of a fun mode. Anyway, Glenn, good to hear you. We'll see you later. 7-3.
7-3.
All right, AB4JY Bedford, Virginia. Clear with him. Next up, True West Virginia. Not the false one, the real one. Ted, good morning.
Good morning, Vic. Good morning to everybody on ECARS. Yeah, well, we're the real thing here. I don't know what it is, but we're real. But anyway, yeah, we've had the same weather pattern as you had, but we got one more day of nice weather before starts getting rain in the forecast. Yeah, you'll get that week of cold, wet weather, and then your summer's gone. That's the way that goes. But yeah, I'll tell you one thing, in dry weather, though, it's brought down the leaves. I think the leaves are going to come down early, but there's still plenty of leaves up there. But I think there's going to be an early fall winter. So I guess we'll all be prepared for that. But, oh yeah, you're talking about the fair, rain coming for the fair. Used to be when I was a kid. I grew up in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. Greenbrier County had fair week around Fairleigh in Lewisburg, which is just a few miles away. That West Virginia State Fair would be in August every year. You could have a drought all summer, and fair week it would rain. But back then, nothing was there. All the paths and everything in there was, they were churned to mud. And it was so sawdust on it. You go to the bay, you wade around mud and sawdust. But over the years, they've modernized everything, paved the trails and all that, paths, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, that's what's going on here. Vic, I'll throw it back to you, JCXCOI.
Yeah, very good. Well, the Bloomsburg Fair, I mean, they actually have, it's a private organization, and they have enough acreage. They've done that. It's all paved for the streets and boulevards or something like that, which are the walkways. I mean, you could drive a golf cart up and down, but where the vendors sit is on grass, and that can start to get muddy if there's a lot of rain. And in the parking lot, it's all grass. They have the tractors pulling the train of buggies to haul you back and forth if you want. So you can avoid it, but there are going to be places. It's amazing. They have 1,000 vendors, most of them selling food. So we get this smoke cloud of fried anything over the region. But you can buy anything else. I mean, from cars to hot tubs to tractors to kitchen pots and pans. I mean, it's an amazing event, Ted. Over.
Yeah, my grandfather, he'd always take me. The only place he would go in the fair is the agricultural thing where people had, cows and pigs and all that, and they'd have contests. People win blue ribbons. And my uncle, he was into the harness racing when he had the Surrey, I guess that's what you call it. And he used to like that during Fair Week. And as a kid, of course, you like to get over into the rides and the carnival part of it. But then as I got older as a kid, it was a good week or so, 10 days that you could work. There's always, they'd hire kids because they had eaten all the help they could get. And you'd make a few bucks for school coming up. But things have changed a lot there at the fair. So anyway, Vic, good to hear you. You're coming through everything. I don't know how the band is, but I could not hear your QRP guy or your mobile. But I don't know how good the band is. You're doing good. Ray was doing good. And Glenn was doing good. So I didn't have any trouble hearing them, that's for sure. Anyway, back to you, Vic, KCHCOI.
All right, very good. Yeah, very similar here. They have all the animal judging and the various events like that. There's one building dedicated to chickens, one building dedicated to rabbits, one building dedicated to cows. They have all sorts of educational exhibits, all the schools put together stuff, and those things. They have a building dedicated to hobbyists that do beadwork and carpentry. And they do harness racing. they have lots of musical groups, famous groups come in at night. They have they have a demolition derby. I mean, it's a big thing. Been going on for over 100 years. Anyway, Ted, good to hear you. We'll see you later, okay?
Yeah, 73. Everybody have a great day. KCHCOI.
All right, that's KCHCOI in West Virginia. Clear with him. Next and up in New Hampshire, K8EZB. Rick, good morning.
Good morning, Vic, from K8EZB, ECARS 8403 in Amherst, New Hampshire. Your signal here today, very nice, 5.9 plus with excellent audio. We're in the shack today popping champagne corks. It seems like over the weekend the stars aligned, and I was able to solve several lingering computer and radio problems, and so far everything's working pretty well. I'm cautiously optimistic, and I emphasize the word cautiously because there are a lot of moving parts to all this stuff, and it's possible that I've missed something, but right now I think we're at 100%. Back to you.
Well, if you worked on your rig, it sounded fantastic. It really does nicely. I always get depressed and anxious when something breaks or something needs to be installed. It's complicated, but it is very satisfying when it's done. I think I'm through working on the old 6-volt with mechanical regulator electrical system on one of the tractors after another episode this weekend when I went in and bent metal to change the regulating voltage, and seems to be working fine. And as much as I hate taking that thing apart and getting in there, it's very satisfying when it's fixed. Rick, over.
Well, I understand what you're saying there, Vic. My troubles began back in April when I ordered a Netgear Wi-Fi mesh network to upgrade a very old Wi-Fi network here in our QTH, and this had a router and a couple of satellites, and one of the satellites, the firmware would simply not update according to the Netgear instructions, and I was online with Netgear Tech Service. I can't count the number of times and the number of hours. This morning, I finally got an RMA to return the unit, and they're going to replace it. So that was where it started, and it took about 6 months to get it finished. All the other problems have been mostly software related. They're not hardware, but sometimes those are more difficult to troubleshoot. Nothing further for the net today. Thanks for that great signal report. 73, Vic.
All right, yeah, my son keeps telling me I should do that. We started with just a wired Ethernet cable running around because there was no Wi-Fi really available from anybody. Started going Wi-Fi, but we have to have 2 units at the opposite ends of the house. They're linked. One is like a slave to the other, although they have different Wi-Fi names. And that's what irritates folks. You can find yourself logged on to the wrong one and be sure you switch to the one with a better signal. Anyway, I just dread trying to work on that. Anyway, Rick, good to hear you. We'll see you later. K8EZB, Amherst, New Hampshire. We'll clear with Rick and go to KC2 Lima Echo Bravo. Good heavens, it's been almost a year since we talked. Jim, good morning.
Good morning, Vic. Good signal down this way. Band's a little bit rough here and there, but all in all, waiting on the rain. Delaware River is very low here, and the Cannonsville Reservoir has been doing some releases, but I don't think the fishermen are too happy. But it's 63 and cloudy right now. Looking at sunshine a little later on and the clouds going away. Chance of showers tonight and tomorrow and the next day and so on, but the chances are looking better for Wednesday and Thursday, 15-70%. So we'll see how that works out. I've been playing with the antenna farm here. I got the old 6-meter beam out and cleaned that all up and measured everything out and tuned it all up, and we're going to put that up and play some 6-meter sideband and maybe some 6-meter digital. I see there's been some openings. Yeah, 10's wide open. I actually got Israel on 10-meter sideband yesterday with the dipole up there, but interesting, fun stuff. I see 2 is open a little bit too, so we'll do a little meteor scatter later on tonight, see what happens. Other than that, just plodding along. I had some feed line issues. I had to replace a couple of feed lines, older connectors and whatnot, and a couple of extensions with some barrel connectors in them. So we eliminated those yesterday and did home runs to everything. And then we'll hook up all the ground systems again and get the lightning arresters and all that stuff in place. Yeah. Oh well, what are you going to do? Anyway, hey, 21269 on the roster. Thanks for doing what you do, and I hope not to make it that long again, but here we are. Good to hear you, Vic. KC2LEB, back to net.
Okay, very good. Yeah, it was December of last year was the last time, Jim. And good to get a lot of this stuff done while that's what's been kind of my focus. Things that I don't want to be in the rain or cold working on. Let's see if I can get them done. I really need to get up on the roof. I did some work on some elevated window sills, and I've been noticing some oddities with the antennas. I think it's just the walnuts. This time of year, the branches droop. Sometimes they get into the antennas. Everything has changed a little. I suspect that's what I'm seeing, but I thought I probably ought to get up. I see one of the coax lines is actually laying on the roof rather than being elevated.
It's probably, it could be either from a branch out there, but more likely it was a windstorm that pulled the coil of RF choke out, and I need to pull that back out. But it's time of year to do that. Don't want to do it if there's snow on the roof, that's for sure. Anyway, Jim, you're sounding great today. Anything else, over?
That'll do it for me. Yeah, I know, it's antenna season. Usually it's 3 below and blowing windstorm, and you got to go out there and hang an antenna. Hopefully not. Yeah, the antenna maintenance is due. I got one piece of feed line that runs out to a vertical. That's I laid that on the ground about 8 years ago, and you can't find it anymore. So the grass grew over it. That's still holding up. I put the direct burial stuff out there, so that's in good shape. I got the Cushcraft R6. Yeah, the R6 is out there on the ground, so I got to replace the radials on that. I kind of caught that with the lawn tractor a couple of times, but they're a little twisted up, so circularly polarized now. Anyhow, hey, thanks for doing what you do. That'll do it for me. 7-3, have a great day.
That's interesting. There was an article in the last QST about a spiral antenna that is set up with specific lengths so that it is basically flat from 80 through 6 meters, I think he said. But the polarization is partially circular coming off of it, which may mean something. I don't know. Anyway, good to hear you, Jim. KC2LEB, Equinunk, Pennsylvania. I'll clear with Jim. Remind everybody that you're listening to the East Coast Amateur Radio Service. We're listening for check-ins, and anybody, anywhere is welcome. We do like to know if you're mobile, portable, or QRP. Net control is Whiskey Alpha 4, Tango Hotel Romeo. My name is Vic, Victor India Charlie, and I'm listening.
November 1, Foxtrot, Golf, November. Alpha Bravo 8, Delta Echo.
All right, I missed at least one, but we got Fox Golf November, Alpha Bravo 8 Delta Echo, Kilo 3 Juliet Tango Alpha. Who else was there?
Zulu Golf November.
Zulu Golf November and Uniform Golf Papa. I got you two as well. Anybody else I missed? All right, let's go with that. And Leroy, there you go. N1FGN. Good morning. W84THR.
Good morning, Vic. This is Leroy in West Southfield, Connecticut. 1814 on the road to your right. And we have 61 degrees and sunny up here in West Southfield. And you're a 5'9" there, Vic. Over.
You are too. Good signal today, Leroy. And we're up to 67, but overcast and breezy. Did you used to go to the Bloomsburg Fair back when you lived in Northumberland? Over.
QSL, Vic. I used to do that. Over.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's hard to say if I can't imagine anybody that didn't go. Some people say, okay, I've been, I don't need to go back. Or if you don't like crowds, that's another thing. Anyway, you're sounding good, Leroy. Anything else?
Nothing more, Vic. It's the first day of fall today, right?
Yeah, I think it is. First official day. Changed over the weekend, and it sure looks like it out there now. We've got leaves blowing off, too, as well. 7-3, Leroy.
Okay, 73 there, Vic. Have a great day. N1FGN, clear and listening.
All right, that was N1FGN in West Suffield, Connecticut. Next up, Alpha Bravo 8 Delta Echo in Ohio. Kevin, good morning.
Well, good morning, Dick, and everybody here on the radio. It's been a while since I checked in, but I think I checked in with you after Dayton Hamfest, or Hamvention, but I'm not sure. I lose track of time. But anyhow, it's a beautiful day here in Ohio right now. It's anywhere between 69 and about 72 degrees out there. Different things say different things, so I'm going to go with about 70 degrees out there. But got a little bit of rain overnight, and we're going to get a little more here this afternoon, much later this afternoon. So try to get out there and do a few things before the rain does come in. But I'm not complaining by any standards. We need it. We haven't had it for at least a couple of months, so at least it seems that way. But everything is nice and dry. But it's going to be wet. It's dampening up a little bit. That's a good thing. So with that, I'll turn it back to you. 833 Wolf, the roster number. I'll say good day to you. Bless to everybody out there. Uncle Bravo is down there.
All right, very good. Yeah, we saw each other there at the Hamvention, and then we talked the week after that. You checked in with me on the service here, but not since then. So it's been a little bit. Good to get you back on the list there, Kevin, and nice to catch up with you. Anything else this morning?
Nope, that's it. We're just, like I say, we're just tuning around here this morning and actually working a little bit of voice. Normally, I've just been on CW and have kind of left the voice portion alone, which I figured I better get back on some voice and make sure I can still talk.
Fans have been great. One of the stations I worked here in the last, on Friday, I guess it was. So recently was in Nauru, down in the Southwest Pacific, and I had worked him sideband. The same guy worked him on voice, and this was digital. So I've got a clean sweep of Nauru. Anyway, the bands have been great for this sort of stuff. Kevin, good to hear you. AB8DE, Steubenville, Ohio. We'll clear with Kevin. Next up, good morning, Tim. K3JTA. I'm glad the band is short enough to allow Pennsylvania in here. How you doing?
Yeah, I've got the New Year 20 over, Vic, and very, very good audio, et cetera, nice and loud. All the people that you haven't called so far, I heard very well, no problem. Kevin, Steubenville. I grew up south of Pittsburgh, and I used to watch some of the TV that came, from Steubenville. There was plenty of, Pittsburgh stations there, and then once HBO came along. But I do remember flipping around and seeing Steubenville. City pretty good. Hello to Leroy. Leroy, I didn't know you lived in Northumberland. That's pretty cool. And there's Jerry in there. But anyway, hey, you have fun with the fair. I know you talk about that a lot up there. I've never been to the Williamsburg Fair. The one down here in York is pretty big and very popular. And that whole thing there, that whole big, fairground was paved. So when you were talking about the vendors in the grass, that was, that's interesting to me. There's a little town between, I said it's up actually. It's between 220 and 226. Anyway, it's in the middle of the state, and you might know it. It's something center, something. But anyway, it's just a little blink of an eye kind of town in the mountains, and they have a fair there. I'm not sure if it's the center, the county fairground. I'm not sure, but it's really, really neat to watch into it from the photography that set back decades, and it's just really cool. But anyway, so you have fun with our fair, even though it's going to rain, and bring your muskies. I'm sure they'll be popular up there. 73 K3JTA.
Yeah, very good, Tim. Yeah, I actually don't even know if I'll be going. When the kids were here, we always went. That was an event. Well, shoot, the schools shut down. The local schools right in town, they shut down for a week so the kids could work at the fair. And then the regional schools all shut down for one day in that. So we always would go and always had our route of what fried food vendors we went to. And we'd end up at the open stage, where they had musical groups coming in every hour, and have our strawberry shortcake, and go see if we could talk a guy into loading up a hot tub full of water. We'll just take it like it is. And you can try them out. Just amazing stuff. Anyway, Tim, good to hear you. Anything else?
No, I just looked it up here on the map, and Center County Grange Fair is what it's called, and the town called Center Hall, and I there so many times on the way up to visit family from here. And of course I went to school in Lost Haven, so I knew that whole area there. So I'm just here, live there. All right, Vic, sorry, great, thank you. Oh, and yeah, that's just earlier. 73 station.
Boy, you dropped from S9 to S6, and it's amazing. Quick change in the band, so I better pay attention to this stuff. But good to hear you, Tim. K3JTA in York, PA. I'll clear with them. Next up, N2ZGN. Good morning, Jerry. How are you?
Good morning, Vic. And, you started out at 5.9 plus 10, dropped down to 5.6, and you're back up to 5.9 plus 5. It's going pretty good there. And we're getting lightning static crashes that are hitting S9. So, and I see they're out in the western part of the state. So, anyhow, right now we've got increasing clouds. We're at 66, and we're supposed to have thunderstorms this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow, and apparently tomorrow night too. So it looks like it's going to be one of those days. I'm going to try to do my net tonight on 80, but I don't know if I'm going to make it for that net or the alligator net, which is on this channel at 8 o'clock. So it's going to be interesting today. Over.
Yeah, sounds like it. Well, they had suggested we might have thunderstorms, but I just checked the lightning maps and the rain radar, and it's going to the north of us, so it won't happen. But it is in the forecast like 90% for tomorrow and into Wednesday, and rain at 50% level forecast every day. We'd had just enough little light rains over the last month that things were not crispy dry, but the ground was pretty hard, and didn't have to cut the grass. So that may be, we'll see what happens with this. Anyway, good to hear you, Jerry. Anything else, so?
Yeah, we're 70 to 80% tonight, tomorrow, down to 40 and 30 on Tuesday night and Wednesday. So we always get hit the worst when it's lowest. So the farmers out here are really, our next door neighbors really hauling in the corn right now. So 7-3s, have a great day, and hello there also to Tim. N2ZGN.
All right, Jerry, good to hear you this morning. N2ZGN, Peru, New York. We'll clear with Jerry. And last one up on this list before we start getting another one is down in West Virginia. KB8UGP. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Vic, and everybody here on the air there. KB8UGP, I'm running about 45 watts right now. This down there, that one makes you won't be early this morning here. But, you guys talk about Steubenville there, Ohio. There's a very famous version come out there, and that was Dean Martin, the King of Cool. He was born there in June 7th, 1917 there, and he spent a lot of his early years there in Steubenville there before he switched off his career. But I got a little bit more to add to that. The reason why I know all this and everything, my great-grandmother, Nellie Frances Emmerich, was on his show a couple times. She was a Rosie the Riveter there for the Ford Motor Tank Division in Detroit, Michigan there. She put instruments in the gauges in the tank at that time. And her husband, Albert Emmerich, my great-grandfather, he was Henry Ford's personal train engineer. Henry Ford did not like traveling in his own contraptions. He rather jump on a train and go do his business transactions that way. But yeah, that's just a little bit of history about Steubenville, Ohio. They had a pretty famous person come out of Dean Martin, and I used to laugh my hind end off of him, watching him on a black and white TV back there in the early and late 60s up there in Michigan. Up there, him and Jerry Lewis, when they got together, and especially there with I'm trying to remember the other little black guy there. Can't remember. Sammy Davis Jr. I remember all them together on the show there, and I used to just roll laughing at that three there, especially Jerry Lewis there. But that's just a little bit of history there about Steubenville, Ohio there. But yeah, I was pretty proud there. My grandmother, great grandmother, to be on the show a couple of times there as Rosie the Riveter, KB8UGP.
That's pretty cool, Gary. Yeah, and I didn't realize that Dean Martin was from Steubenville, Ohio. Never really thought about it. But I remember the Rat Pack guys and the Dean Martin TV show where he always had a drink and sounded like he was, well on his way, having had some as part of his shtick with the show. But that's interesting. And fine business on working with Henry Ford. Anything else, Gary? Over?
No, I just want to throw that in there. Oh, and on the CW, I heard somebody mention I've been pretty active down on 80 meters with my Barclay transmitter down there. Made quite a few contacts already there. But sad thing is, Vic, there's hardly anybody on late at night anymore on 80 meters. It's not like it used to be back in the 70s there, where you had to fight for pole position, to find a clear spot. Now you can sit there and go up and down the band. You might hear one little peep out of somebody, and that's it now. But it's so sad, to lose a tradition like that. But anyhow, I get that progress. So I'm going to hand it back to you there, Vic. You guys have a wonderful day. And I'm going to get back to doing my washing and stuff. I'm cleaning the house right now. So you guys take care. KB8UGP, or just remember, King Baker ain't ugly, growling puppy, 73.
All right, Gary. It's funny how things change, and you can't say there's fewer hams because there are technically more, but they're doing different things. I can remember when CW was busy, and especially the novice section, and it was everybody was split. It was crystal controlled, and you used to do CW calling and listening, tuning up and down. Same 6-meter AM was very hot back then, and things change, and people are doing different stuff nowadays. Anyway, good to hear you, Gary. KB8UGP, Shinston, West Virginia. We'll clear with him. Remind everybody that you're listening to the East Coast Amateur Radio Service. We're listening for check-ins. Anybody anywhere is welcome. Do let me know if you're mobile, portable, or QRP, but everybody's welcome. Please call now.
Kilo Bravo 3 Sierra November Golf.
X-Ray Charlie Yankee.
I got Sierra November Golf and X-Ray Charlie Yankee. Did I miss anybody? Well, it's slowing down a little bit. Here we'll get you to Norman. Good morning. KB3SNG, WA4THR.
Good morning, Vic. How are you making out today?
I'm as fine as frog's hair, although it seemed to get it caught in my throat a lot, being so fine. But other than that, good. Overcast, 67. Looking for a good chance of rain every day this week, but we've had such nice weather for the last month. I guess we're due. Over.
Yeah, well, at least the grass is starting to slow up a little bit there. I got like 4 acres I got to mow every week, and it's not hurting my feelings any. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to get to all week, all rain.
Very similar here. We use motorized equipment, big, farm tractors to mow stuff, and it's 3-4 hours to do it. So I don't mind when we don't have to. And I mowed it once in the last month just because it was a little uneven, but it still looked okay. I could have gotten away with it, but I like it cut down a little bit when the leaves start to come down, because then they might blow off as opposed to getting hung up in all the grass blades, Normal.
I think the leaves up this way is worse than the grass is. Them leaves are a pain.
Yeah, I discovered the joy of mulching them. 3 passes with the tractor, and they're turned into little fingernail-sized chips that bury themselves in the ground. Anyway, good to hear you, Norman. Anything else?
No, I just wanted to check in before I get into something, Vic. I usually like talking to you there. You're usually in here at 10 o'clock there, so I was hoping you'd be in here this morning. So you take care, Vic, and we'll talk to you in the morning sometime. I'll talk to somebody tomorrow morning. You guys have a good day there, 73.
All right, Norman. Yeah, I'm 10 to 11 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll look for you maybe tomorrow. You're 5 and 9 today. KB3SNG, Calora, Maryland. I'll clear with Norman, and we'll go get Norway 1 X-ray. Charlie Yankee. Good morning, Scott. How are you?
WA4THR from November 1 X-ray Charlie Yankee. ECARS 10434 on the roster. Scott here in Cranston, Rhode Island. About 68 degrees. Partly sunny skies, and tomorrow's going to be kind of a repeat, and then not sure yet, but looks like Wednesday, Thursday, definitely rain, and then maybe Friday, Saturday. I don't know. It seems like it changes like it should, I guess, Vic. Have you to my station with a beautiful 5/10 signal, and getting closer to needing the heating season very shortly, Vic. Been going into the high 40s at night, but nothing yet, but it is definitely lurking. WA4THR from N1XCY. Back to you, Vic.
Yeah, I took the time to actually take apart the portable air conditioner outlet through one of the windows in the bedroom, so that's put away for the winter. We're back to just windows, but I haven't turned the heat on yet. I'm holding out. But with the rain in the forecast, I thought, well, I hate to be pulling that apart when rain is blowing through the window. Better to go ahead and get it and close the window now. So we did that. But it's very similar forecast a day earlier than yours. They're suggesting pretty strong probability of rain and thunderstorms tomorrow into Wednesday. Looks like today we might scoot by without any of those. Scott, anything else today? Over?
Nope, that's it, Vic. And I guess especially up northern New England areas, I guess drought conditions are definitely starting to kick in. I guess a couple of things for people is if you have a shallow well, that could be an issue. And then the second thing is for the leaf peepers. I think we're going to go from green right to brown this year, Vic. That's about it for traffic. Got my HF mobile all back in my truck, so maybe I'm going to start trying to check in with the net on my HF mobile here shortly. Back to you, Vic, and have a great one. And 1XCY is clear.
All right, you're 5 and 9. It probably would work well mobile today, Scott. Good to hear you. N1XCY, Cranston, Rhode Island. I'll clear with Scott. Remind you that you're listening to the East Coast Amateur Radio Service. We're listening for check-in. Everybody is welcome from anywhere, but do let me know if you're mobile, portable, or QRP. Please call WA4THR.
Juliet Charlie Bravo.
Whiskey 1 Papa Romeo Kilo.
All right, I got Juliet Charlie Bravo and Papa Romeo Kilo. Who was the QRP station?
Alpha India 1 Bravo.
Oh, I should have guessed. Alpha India 1 Bravo. All right, any others I missed?
Kilo 2 Mike Romeo.
Juliet. Whiskey 1 Echo Bravo Mike.
All right. K2 Mike Romeo, Whiskey 1 Echo Bravo Mike. Who was the one ending in Juliet?
Yes, it's Kilo Charlie 3 Echo Whiskey Juliet.
KC3 Echo Juliet. All right, we've got you as well. Any others I missed? All right, as we do, let's get the QRP first. Jeff, good morning. Alpha India 1 Bravo QRP, WA4THR. How about that? Anybody says you can't make contact with QRP, here's a guy who never runs a watt. He gives a quarter of a watt steady from Mount Vernon, Maine. And I have the leaves turned up there. We're starting to see some change here a bit early, over. Roger. The first one to change here, I don't remember what it's called. It's not the walnut, which you think of as being the first, but they're not. It's the ones that have the yellow leaves. And anyway, they've started to turn. The first ones to make the change, and we're getting